Nigerians have been alerted of a grand plot by destructive elements in the diaspora to plunge the country into war by sponsoring terrorism. Nigeria First, a socio-political and economic movement, gave the warning on Monday in Abuja at its inaugural press briefing on the state of the nation. In his speech, Pioneer President Comrade Philip Agbese said all acts of socio-political or economic sabotage must be resisted in all its ramifications.
Recent events in the country have indicated a grand plot by some despicable element to truncate and nascent democracy by the sponsorship of acts of violence in parts of the country. It remains a candid opinion of Nigeria First that the bulk of those engaged in these despicable enterprise are in the diaspora, where they have been sponsoring acts of violence against the country to fulfill the desires of their paymasters. It is quite sad that some Nigerians have elected to be blinded by feeding lucre by availing themselves as willing tools for use by those vested interests against Nigerians' peace, stability, and unity.
According to Agbese, some Nigerians in the diaspora have constituted themselves into great danger to democracy back home, backing plots to overthrow a democratically elected government. If not properly checked, Comrade Agbese noted that Nigeria might soon erupt in flames in fulfillment of the desires of those agents of darkness that are against the country's soul.
Let me quickly point out 2 or 3 individuals, whose activities in recent times, cannot be in any way for the growth and development of this country. One of such persons is Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. But Mr. Nnamdi Kanu has chosen to be the only one who escaped out of this country. And from wherever he is hiding, he has continued to churn out propaganda and falsehood that have really contributed negatively, to the issue of insecurity in this country. We also saw what happened in Lagos when Mr. Nnamdi Kanu read a particular speech from the United Kingdom asking members of IPOB to go after Yoruba people and their properties in Lagos. He took the intervention and the wisdom of our brothers and sisters in Lagos to resist that temptation. What he had wanted to truncate at that time would have been a clear case of civil war where the Yorubas will be bitter and they will go after our Igbo brothers in Lagos. And all of us today know exactly what would have been the impact of that on our national life and even the cohesion of this country.
Nigeria First therefore called on all well-meaning Nigerians to rise and save their country.
Without missing words, it is a considered opinion of Nigeria First that some Nigerians in diaspora have constituted themselves into greater danger to our democracy. They are the brain behind plots to overthrow a democratically elected government in Nigeria. They are also behind the escalation of fake news in Nigeria, as evident in the NSAS protests across the country, where wide allegations were made without any tangible evidence to back them up. Nigeria First is stating in unequivocal terms that should this act be allowed to go unchecked, Nigeria might one day erupt in flames in fulfillment of the desires of those agents of darkness that are against the soul and spirit of our great country.
The group also urged Nigerians to rebuke the negative influence and interference by its compatriots in the diaspora who do not mean well for the country. From Abuja, Lawrence Audu, TVN News.